Hello everybody, welcome back to another Jurassic World toy review. Today, still the Target haul thing, um, but it is not a Dominion figure once again. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Isla Sorna Capture Pack. This is a really awesome set and one that I think I'm going to enjoy very much, only because it is from one of my favorite Jurassic Park movies of all time, The Lost World. It is probably my second favorite, first being Fallen Kingdom, but I love The Lost World. It is probably the second most rewatched movie from myself that I watch all the time. Fallen Kingdom is the first one I watch all the time. The Lost World is the second, which should explain why I love The Lost World so much. And this is obviously based off of the game trail sequence. We got Roland Tembo, first Roland Tembo figure from Mattel, and obviously my first Roland Tembo figure. An awesome looking InGen Jeep. And then we got the Parasaurolophus that they capture. Even though it's supposed to be a little bit bigger, this makes for an awesome juvenile or young Parasaurolophus. The packaging is awesome. You got little like dead grass on the floor. And then we got the foresty background and those clear blue skies to match that awesome game trail sequence. And on both sides of the packaging, it has the Jurassic World Legacy Collection logo, so nothing too spectacular to look at there since we've already done it. Legacy Collection, all kinds of stuff in the back, shows you Roland Tembo's included. Would have been cool if it was like a Dieter Stark instead, but I think Roland Tembo is probably one of the coolest characters from this movie anyway. It says seat slides out, which is awesome, just like the film. You can launch the tranquilizer darts, and you got the young Parasaurolophus there. And it shows you some other figures we can be getting, which out of all of these, the only one I'm really interested is the Cosmoceratops. I do not really care for this raptor due to the really kind of bad paint job it has on it, honestly. And then I might get that Packy. It depends on how I feel whenever I really see it. And it's cool, like on the top of here, you can see like kind of like a nighttime scene. It's kind of hard to see on here, but the jungle, and you can see the Jurassic Park gates back there. So that's awesome. I love the Legacy Collection packaging, kind of very nostalgic to the first trilogy. But anyways, that's enough for the packaging. Let's take a look at this awesome set. Alright, so here we have the Isla Sorna Capture Pack set out of the box, and this is such an awesome set. I knew I'd fall in love with this set the moment I got it, and like I said before, not only because it brings back so many memories of the nostalgia from the Lost World, but it's just a really awesome set overall. It's nice to have an awesome Jeep and have an actual Lost World character, or just a Lost World based set with a vehicle and a human is super cool to me, because I'm so used for Mattel making Jurassic World or Jurassic Park characters. So here is Roland Tembo, and he looks awesome, and the detail on the face looks so good. It looks just like the character from the movie. It's awesome. Mattel is really good at making their human figures. And just by looking at all like the sculpt detail on like his coat, his watch, his shirt, and his clothing, it looks like he just stepped out of the screen and onto my hand as a little figure. It looks so cool. I love it. And the paint job looks really nice too. I would say it looks just like Roland from the movie. As you can see, you got some nice muscle definition on his legs right there. Nice attention to detail. But you had a very, very nice human figure to add to the collection. So for articulation-wise, the head can basically turn both sides. This is basically the same type of articulation that every other human has. So the arms can go out or pivot in and out, and then they can rotate forwards and backwards. Then the elbow elbow joint can move forward and backward, and it can also swivel. Same with the other side. Get some nice posability there. Then you got a hinge here at the waist, and then you got the legs that can pivot in and out and move forwards and backwards, and the knee joint can bend back, and it can also swivel. So yeah, you know, your normal typical range of articulation for a human figure. But it's so awesome to have a Roland Tembo, one of the coolest characters from the Lost World. Alright, next we're going to take a look at the, well, I'm going to call it a Juvenile Parasaurolophus. It's a nice one. I always liked Mattel's Parasaurolophuses, and this one, considering it's a smaller size, it looks good. And I'm glad to have an actual standing on two, like, bipedal Parasaurolophus figure. I like the ones that are on all fours, but usually Parasaurolophus is usually seen on two legs throughout all the movies, so it's cool to have one. Hopefully we'll get one like this in a larger adult size. The detail around the Parasaurolophus is really good. It's very similar to the other Parasaurolophuses that Mattel's given us, at least the main toy lines, not the Hammond collection. But I feel like this one has a lot more, like, sharper, eye-catching detail than the others. Here on the head, you got some nice texturing on the crest and all over the face. Don't know why they gave it a raptor eye, but, you know, I can ignore that. And you got some nice line and just skin textured details all over the body, like the skin wrinkles and stuff like that, skin folds. And then the arms and hands are nicely sculpted. You got some nice, like, bumpy, textury feelings on the top of the back, and you got some really nice ones there on the tail. And you got some nice other beautifully done line work basically throughout the entire figure, especially on the body and obviously the legs. Nice detail all the way out, and some nice muscle definition too, obviously. So yeah, I will say that the detailing on this Parasaurolophus definitely stands out more than Mattel's past two releases, the Dino Rivals and the Camp Cretaceous one. And then here's the scan code on the back here, in case you want to take a look at that. And the overall coloration is really nice. It's the accurate brown coloration, like the CGI versions from the Lost World, so that's really good. But I would say, like, I don't know why they gave it like these dots, these polka dot patterns on the crest and on the body, because the Parasaurolophus in the movies did not have that. I like it, but it's not really accurate. They could have kept like the same brown, but could have added like on this Parasaurolophus, the stripes on the back, and then on the back of the legs too. So if they kept that with the normal brown that they have here, I think that would have looked a little bit more accurate, in my opinion. But overall, it looks pretty good. Articulation-wise, the head can go up pretty far, and it doesn't really go down. And then head can swivel all the way around, and it can also move, so you got some really nice range of motion on this dinosaur's head. Give it some nice, like, poses. The arms just move plain forwards and backwards, and then same with the legs. So basic articulation for a smaller dinosaur, and that's enough for me. And then the tail, though very, very stiff, can turn, but I don't use that joint anyway. Just did that for the point of this review. But yeah, that's it for the Parasaurolophus. All right, and then here is the InGen Jeep vehicle. And this vehicle is really cool. Probably one of my favorite vehicles that Mattel has put out there. It's kind of like right up there with their Jeep Wranglers and their Ford Explorer, in my opinion. But it's a really nicely done vehicle. I like all these like these dot textures on top of here. They look really nice, and yeah, they're kind of found throughout the entire vehicle. And then you got some nice, there's not much detail on the wheels here, but I don't really think we need too much detail on it. But other than that, you got some nice detail work throughout the entire car. I do love the InGen logos. I love having InGen logos on a vehicle. And I'm glad they're not stickers. They're actually part of the plastic, unlike what the Ford Explorer has done. That's probably like my least favorite part of that vehicle. But anyways, you got a tire on the front that can move. Nice detailing on the bumper. And I love like the lines on these window or the windshield area. Very classic to the Lost World. Here on the back, you got some nice texturing back here and a little compartment to store all the extra tranquilizer darts, I guess. Nice stickers for the lights. And here's the underneath of the car. Very nice. I'm glad that Mattel actually took the time to actually sculpt the underneath the car. Even though we don't necessarily like see the underneath the car all the time, it's always nice to have that extra bit of detail. Here we got the dashboard over here. The steering wheel can move full 360, so that's really good. But very, very nice detail inside. And you got some nice looking seats, obviously, for all the characters, which can fit, this car can fit 4 characters. Nice detailing on the floor there. So yeah, very nicely sculpted vehicle. I can't get over how awesome this vehicle is and how the fact I'm having a Lost World vehicle in my hand. I guess for articulation, the car, all 4 of its wheels can move, so it can drive all the way around. And like I said before, the steering wheel can move or spin. You got a button right here on the side that once you push it, get ready for this, the whole seat on the right side can come out just like the one vehicle from the Lost World. That is so cool. I love that. That's probably like the best feature of this vehicle. And you got a little button on top of here which will release the tranq dart, which, Dieter Stark shoots the Parasaurolophus with, as I shot it right there at my hand. And then you can just easily take the dart right here, and you can just place it back inside either the compartments based on which one you have, or you can put it inside the launcher. And here, this is a really cool feature. You got a little tablet scanner thing that's like tracking whatever dinosaur you're finding. On here, it's a sticker, but it's locking on to that Parasaurolophus. So that's a cool little sticker decal right there. And yeah, really cool. And then you can easily just push this back in once you're done. So yeah, a really nice vehicle from Mattel. Alright, so here we have the Juvenile Parasaurolophus compared to the other Parasaurolophuses that Mattel has released. And as you can see, I do not have the Hammond Collection Parasaurolophus. I do plan on getting that guy eventually, whenever I get around to it, to add it to this herd. But anyways, these are the ones I have from Mattel, and they look really good together, like a little family or a little herd. I got the Parasaurolophus from the Dino Rivals line, and then the Soundstrike version from the Camp Cretaceous Primal Attack line, or the bioluminescent version, I guess you could say. And they look really nice together. Like I said, I like having variations in dinosaurs. You have adults, and then you have juveniles, and you have babies. Mattel really likes building these herds with our dinosaurs. And then here, since we don't have any other Lost World based human characters from the Mattel line as of right now, so I decided to compare Roland with the normal Jurassic Park Ian Malcolm, since he was in the Lost World, along with other two hunter-like characters, Robert Muldoon and Ken Wheatley. And at least the three main hunter guys, they look so good together. They're like similar in colors, but they just look like a really awesome, like outgoing dinosaur hunting or tracking team. I think they look really good together. And here are all the characters that I was comparing with. Here, here's what they look like inside the vehicle, and they fit perfectly in this vehicle. The vehicle actually looks even better with characters in it, and at least that's how I feel. And I got a little scene going on here. You got Muldoon driving, and then Roland Tembo controlling the side seat, Wheatley standing on top of the chair, and then Ian sitting in the back. So yeah, this vehicle sits a lot, and you can have them chase like this herd of Parasaurolophus, just like in the movie. And yeah, it looks nice. So guys, that's just about to wrap it up for this review. My final thoughts are, I really love this set. Not only is it because it's the Lost World, and it's one of my favorite Jurassic Park movies, but it's cool to have an actual Lost World toy set. We have a lot of dinosaurs from the Lost World from Mattel, but now we're starting to get humans and vehicles and stuff like that. So I really hope this continues on in the Legacy collection. The Parasaurolophus could be bigger, but I think like I said, it makes for a good juvenile. And also, it would have been cool if this set came with like a Dieter Stark, but I think Roland Tembo is a pretty good choice for this set. It also would have been cool if he came with like his normal gun, like in the film. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys again for the next one.